About you wipe the piss off the toilet seat. Just a thought. So today might be a bit all over the joint. I don't know. I find there's something when you truly step into who you authentically are that things just start buzzing, things start connecting, the ideas start flowing, and you just become more and more of who you should be, the man you are meant to be. So today I had normally I take a couple of notes as the days goes on, but today it was just flowing with it. And the first one came to me with wipe the fucking piss off the toilet seat. And it's this concept of personal greatness, personal excellence, holding a standard. And there's a saying that I love, and I quote it to my children all the time. And it's how we do anything is how we do everything. So I went shopping with my wife today, went to the local toilets, and four of the stalls are the seats are just covered in piss. And I'm like, how fucking low and pathetic is your excuse of an existence that you literally can't even have the common courtesy to clean the piss off the seat? And I'm like, I'm not talking a drop or two, but just covered. But this is one of those things that applies to all areas of life. How you do anything is how you do everything. It comes back to what they call the shopping trolley, or shopping cart for people who don't live in Australia, theory. It's, do you put the shopping trolley back where it belongs? Because this is an act that has no repercussions, no positive benefits, nothing. It just shows who you are as a person. It shows your level of character, how you show up in the things that matter. Because if you put it back, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to say anything. Nobody's going to be like, good fucking job, you great human, you. If you don't, nobody's going to say anything. They're not going to scold you. There's going to be no consequences to those actions. As evidenced by, they now charge you a coin for the right to use it, because they've shown that people are more likely to return the shopping trolleys if they have to spend money to get them out in the first place. It is these small tasks, these things that have, in an overarching thing, feel like nothing at stake. And yet everything's at stake. 126 to greatness is about building your character. It's about becoming the man, the husband, the father that you know you should be. This is what we are working on. And it's these little tests in these random aspects of life that matter. How you do anything is how you do everything. And it shows up in all areas of your life. You know, how you present yourself, hair, how you show up, the clothing you wear. In all honesty, I'd be a type of man who would love to go back to the 1920s. I would love to wear a suit every single day. Obviously, considering my line of work, that is not even an option. But I try and find the nicest versions of what I can wear when working out. And not in a, posh to be posh sign, but as a sign of respect to myself and a sign of respect to those that I work with, that I am showing up as the best version of myself. And that applies in all areas of your life. How you do anything is how you do everything. And that matters. And I was thinking about it today, and I'm toying with as I go through this myself again, and I tweak the system, and I'm going to go through it again. As soon as I finish this one, I'm going to back it up again. I'm going into phase 2, and I'm going to tweak the system as I go through, so it gets better and better with every iteration that we go through. And one of the things I'm toying with is, because, as you can see, I'm someone who needs to be stimulated quite a lot of the time. And I love to listen to podcasts or audiobooks as I do activities, as I work out, as I go for walks, all that kind of stuff. And over the years, I have gradually built myself into being, especially as I step into more authentic version of myself, being okay with my own thoughts, which is an incredible skill in itself. It is something that I am now realizing that I need to make a fundamental part of 126 to greatness. And anyway, as I was doing this, so part of that is on the walks, I now dedicate at least a good portion of it to nothing going on, just walking. One, it has been shown to, especially if you can get any form of nature, reduces anxiety, it reduces depression, increases cognitive function, increases happiness, increases focus and awareness. All these things that go hand in hand with this stuff. Plus, it allows you to actively work through the thoughts in your head. And in my case, generally what it allows me to work on is to delivering more value for you here, to creating and pushing forward 126 so it is the best version of what I can deliver. And as I was doing this, I had this thought about intention. And I see this so frequently with working out, and it's something I want to crush and remove from 126 to greatness. And yet I was catching myself in it at the same point. And it's showing up with intention. It comes back to that. How we do anything is how we do everything. Now, it's one thing to go for a walk. It's one thing to strap on some heavy ass weight to you and go for a 45-minute walk. It's another thing to show up with intention. And I find when we are distracted, when we get to remove ourselves from the situation we're in, myself included, we just kind of plod along. It's like, here I am, out for a nice stroll. Yes, there's some heavy weight on my shoulders, but I'm just out for this casual stroll. When you remove that and you're in the moment, you're in the zone, and you are just fucking going for it, the intention is way higher. And I found that today on the hill. That normally I just kind of plod up this hill. Took out the headphones. I was in the moment. I was in the zone. I was feeling it. Suddenly I'm opening up my stride length. Suddenly I'm breathing properly. I'm taking deep breaths in through my nose and breathing them out through my mouth. I'm controlling my heart rate. I am in the moment and in the intention. And suddenly I crushed that walk. I crushed that hill at a faster pace than I'm used to. To the point where how I normally do it is I set a 22-minute and a half timer and I walk as far as I can. And I set it back and I come back to make sure I complete at least a minimum of 45 minutes. I sometimes, depending on my schedule, try and crank out more, but at least the minimum 45 minutes. I had to do fucking laps around my building today while I waited to finish it up because I finished my walk at about 4 minutes faster. And it's because I removed the distractions. And even though they are a positive thing, that's sedation to just calm my mind. I removed that and I was in the pain locker. I was in that moment and I'm pushing myself. And I was like, you've got more. You can push harder than this. This isn't a trudge. We are going. And it's showing up with intention. It's doing that work and delivering that at that highest possible fucking level. And this is what it's about. It's about how you do anything is how you do everything. And I'm looking at it and going, I'm leaving shit on the table. I could be getting so much more out of my walks, out of this weighted carry time, mentally and physically and emotionally, and building to something greater. If I remove the headphones and I'm just there and I'm focused on just going, how each stride feels, how it feels in my body, how my breathing's going, how my heart rate's going, showing up with that intention. I'm now planning to build in to weekly challenges and monthly challenges that are going to go with this to test this, because the mental fortitude I think that can be found in this, especially as we ramp up the fucking weight and you chuck on some serious fucking load onto your shoulders and you just go for it. That's where it matters. That's what counts. You know? And that's what we're going after. That's what we're trying to achieve with this, is to get into that place where it's really fucking difficult and you're feeling that, how hard it is, that, and sometimes that's going to come with pain and suffering, and you're feeling that in every moment. And not only are you feeling it, you need to sit in it, you need to be aware of it, and then work out how to conquer it while being present, not sedating, not shutting your mind off from it, being present in that moment and digging deep and finding a new fucking level. That's what matters, because challenges are going to arise as you go through this. It is an absolute fucking guarantee. And we need to work on that character, that discipline, that mental fortitude to be able to push through and crush this. It's the whole point. 126 to greatness isn't about showing up and getting a six pack. Though there is a good fucking chance that you do the work properly, you will end up in that situation. You will have the best physique that you've ever had in your life. You will show up as that man. But it's not what it is about. It is about building that character. It's about cutting away the shit that doesn't serve you, becoming the best father, husband, and man that you can be. Showing up and leading by example to provide for your family. That's what this is about. And it brings me to my last point that, I've spoken about this many times. I love food, especially junk food. I love all the sedation things that I'm telling you to cut out. It's why I can speak from authentic place and tell you that we have to cut it out. We have to step up and be the best versions of ourselves. I can tell you that 100% because I am that man. Potentially more than you. I love fucking TV like you wouldn't believe. I've watched so much TV in my life. It is stupid. I love video games. I love junk food. I love alcohol. I have a bar in my house. My wife is a pastry chef. I love doing drugs. I love all those kinds of things. I swear to God, if I hadn't have found fitness at an early age, not only did it save my life then because I was in this depressive state, it has saved my life over and over and over again. Because I would be an obese alcoholic addicted to TV, junk food, sedation, drug addict. I have zero doubt in my mind that that is the man I would be if I hadn't found this, if I hadn't channeled this into something good. When I tell you that I like these things, I mean that I fucking like these things. And so, as I said, I was out shopping with my wife today. There is a brand new donut shop that has opened up in the plaza. Oh my God, did they look amazing. And yet, I am so committed to this path. I am so ingrained in that. And I looked at it and go, don't even want it. I told my wife that maybe we should try it one day when I'm finished. I'm into the next stage of this. But it was that momentary temptation. And then I was like, no, I'd rather be the best version of myself. I'd rather be on point and in alignment with the man, the father, the husband I know I am. That is what I would prefer. Yeah, I'm sure I would enjoy that in the moment. But long term, no. I'd rather be this guy. I'd rather be this person doing this work. And that's what it's about. But I had this conversation with a guy the other day, and he goes, don't you want to fit in? Don't you worry about being ostracized by others? I kind of paused and I laughed. I'm like, no, I don't give a flying fuck about that. He was like, why? You don't care about other people's opinion? No. Being normal, fitting in, society is fucked. We are weak. We are pathetic. We are, shadows of the men we should be. So no, I don't want to fit in. No, I don't want to be like, yeah, let's go get fucking fucked up on the weekend with the boys. Let's throw our lives away for junk food that doesn't really bring any joy, or sedation on social media or TV or video games or porn or drugs or alcohol. No, I don't care if people think I'm strange. I don't care if I stand out. In fact, I love it because it highlights how poor your life choices are. Because we all have the same choices. As I said to you, I fucking love that. I love that shit. But I choose to lead the best life I can. For my kids, for my wife, for myself, for everyone in my inner circle. I choose to make the right choices. Is that always fucking easy? Absolutely not. There are days I struggle with that hard. There is nothing I love more than smashing a giant pizza. Large pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni with aioli garlic dippy sauce. Goes to show how much time I'm spending with my children. Dipping sauce. And a pint or three, and I mean that, 3 of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. For last Christmas, my wife bought me 25 litres of Ben & Jerry's strawberry cheesecake. I fucking love it. I devoured the shit out of that. I love food. I love these things. I love drinking wine with my wife. We used to go to wineries all the time. And there will be times when I still do that, and I make exceptions for that. But that is the correct term, the exception to the rule. Because I would rather be the best version of myself for my wife, for my kids, for everyone who depends on me. And so should you. You should want to be the best version of yourself. You should want to wake up every single day and be like, right, let's fucking go. How are we going to conquer this day? How am I going to make this day a win and be better than I was before? These are the questions you need to start asking yourself. These are the things that you need to start stepping up into your life. So no, I don't want to fit in with the average. I want to stand up and hold a giant fuck off mirror to highlight the poor choices you are making and to show what you could be doing. Because like I said yesterday, I know for a damn fact that you are a great father, a great husband, and a great man, because you wouldn't be here listening to me if you weren't. You wouldn't be rising to the occasion to provide for your family if you weren't. Now is the time to start fucking acting like it, to start doing the work that facilitates the capacity to do those things. Because it isn't going to be easy. We are going to carve away the shit that doesn't serve you. Imagine yourself as a block of marble and you are now the sculptor, chipping away all the shit to reveal the man, the husband, the father you know you should be. That is what we are doing. That is what 126 is about. We don't want to fit in. We want to shift the paradigm. We want to shift society and step back into the men we know we should be, to hold up that light and that beacon to others, to show what is possible, to show up as the best version of yourself, to chase greatness, and to inspire your children, your wife, and all those around you to do the same. We can't lead with our words. We must lead with our hearts. We must lead with example. And when you do this and you show up as the greatest version of yourself every single day, you go out and you do the work and you leave it all out on the field. And you lay your head down on that pillow at night, feeling accomplished and fulfilled because you did the work. You left it all out there. And you know you can go to sleep with a full heart and a happy soul. Because that is what we as men were meant to do. We are meant to work. We are meant to provide. We are meant to show up every single day and seek this greatness, to push forward, to be challenged, to fight, to go to war and overcome. That is what we need. We need a purpose, we need a challenge, and we need to go to war. That is what we fulfill with 126 to greatness. We find those areas and we fulfill them. And that's how you lead a better life. That's how you lead by example. It's not going to be easy. People are going to judge you. And the sooner you accept that and embrace it and thrive in it, the better your life will be. And there will be setbacks along this journey. Case in point, I called this the comeback tour because I'd been there. I'd been the man, the father, the husband I knew I wanted to be. And I let it slip away. I let it slip back into that comfortability of sedation. And I realized how fucking sick to my guts it made me feel. How depressed I was, just coasting through life, being this soft, gentle, la-di-da version of myself. It was fucking terrible. So I decided then that I had to end that version of me. I had to kill him. I had to take him out the back and shoot him in the head. He could not continue to live my life. I had to step in and become the hardened version of myself. And that doesn't mean I don't have a soft side. With my kids, with my wife, I am the soft and gentle version that they love and adore. But I also have the monster on the other side for the rest of the world, to show to society that I will do absolutely anything and everything to provide for my family, to give them the best life. I will take on any challenge that is presented to me, and I will slaughter it. I will dominate it. I will destroy it. I am the man who can't be fucked with because I choose every single day to put myself in uncomfortable situations and thrive in it and get excited about it and want to be pushed to my limits. You can't fuck with that man because he actively chooses every day to be put into those situations. What are you going to throw at him? This is how we chase greatness. This is how we become the best versions of ourselves. So my question is, are you ready? Are you ready to become the best father, husband, man you could be? Are you ready to define your purpose, to face the challenges head on and go to fucking war with them? If you are, if you're sick of sitting on the sidelines, of living this shadow career as a shell of the man that you know you should be, hit subscribe, follow along, but more importantly, message me. Let's get you into the 126 program. Let's see what you are truly capable of. Let's take that block of marble and chip away the shit that doesn't serve you. Because I know you are destined for more. You know it, otherwise you wouldn't be here still. Let's see what you can do. And let's go to fucking war. It's time to compete. Because as I said to you many times, many are called. Few will answer, only the rare will complete this. I believe firmly that you are part of the rare club. You are part of the greatness club. You are ready to join that and go all in on yourself. So it's time to take that belief and turn it into action. Because thoughts and promises and words are fucking nothing without action. And as I've said to you before, it's about time you kept your word to yourself, then to your kids and your wife, then to all those around you, to the world at large. Keep your word and show them. Show them through action. Show them through results who you truly are and what you are fucking capable of. It's time to get off the bench. It's time to tap coach on the shoulder and tell him, put me in, coach. It's time to step into your true value of life and do the work. I know you're capable of it. I know you're capable of greatness and you deserve it. And it's your destiny. So it's time to get after it. Until then.